Students learn more in classes that incorporate active learning. Active learning is just what it sounds like. It's learning by doing. It puts students in the role of actively participating in their learning rather than passively receiving information. It's not necessarily a cleverly named activity you heard about at a conference or a specific way of using a piece of intimidating technology in the classroom where you teach. As an expert in your discipline, you are the best person to conceptualize and decide what it will look like in your classes. Start with a review of your student learning outcomes. What are your students already doing really well? What tends to be more challenging for them? SLOs, where students tend to do more poorly on the related assignments and assessments, present a great opportunity for getting started with active learning. Consider the verbs in your learning outcomes. This will point you in the right direction to determine the doing part of learning. Sometimes we focus a lot on the knowing part. Ask yourself, once students know it, what should they be able to do with it? This thought process can lead to the development of authentic applications of concepts, relevant classroom activities, and meaningful learning experiences that improve student performance and motivation. In other words, rather than looking at the room, its configuration, its furniture, and its technology, and then trying to figure out how to use it all in your class, the best approach is to consider your learning goals, design activities that align with them, and then use the features of this space as needed to support them. Active learning classrooms provide maximum flexibility to engage in activities in addition to knowledge transfer. Most likely, lecture will continue to occupy at least part of your class time. In addition to content, lecture provides an opportunity for you to convey your enthusiasm for your discipline and help students understand why it matters. Break lectures up into smaller chunks, about 15 minutes at most, with breaks for discussion, questions, and activities in between. The lecture might include important information that students need to remember. In that case, breaks for retrieval practice activities would be most appropriate. The lecture might present a controversial topic within your discipline, followed by an opportunity for small group discussion or debate. Or the lecture might prepare students to engage in a problem-solving or role-playing activity. Desks and chairs with wheels in active learning classrooms make pivoting from lecture to group work a snap. Another approach to getting started is to simply have students work an assignment together during class time. Assignments can be reimagined to harness the power of social connection to enhance learning. This strategy also gives students access to your guidance and expertise as they do the more challenging parts of your class in your presence rather than at home alone. Be transparent with students about why you are incorporating these activities. Students might prefer to just sit and take notes every week, but when you take the time to explain how it benefits them and improves their learning, they're more likely to buy in. You should also plan to teach students how to be active learners. For example, you can model how to capture a brainstorming session on your whiteboard with the whole class before breaking them up into groups to do it on their own. Always provide detailed instructions, information, advice, and ongoing support. You can add the steps that your activity involves to a slide or a Canvas page that you make available to students and display throughout the activity. Foster an inclusive classroom culture and provide guidance about how groups can function well and be most productive. Move around the classroom, check in, provide feedback, and share the progress that you're seeing. End with a reflective activity that helps students process what they've learned and see the value in actively participating in their learning. Finally, create an environment where mistakes are accepted as a natural and important part of the learning process. This applies to your adjustment to active learning as well. It's okay to start small, and don't forget that you can practice using the technology in the room with ITS staff. We are always happy to help.